Hello guys, and welcome back to episode 37 of my Let's Play series. Just kinda came in today. Oh, weird stair glitches. Really need to update my mods, because there's some new stuff that barely came out today that I really want to try. But I need to update them first. As you can see, I've changed this part a little bit. This one's going to be my elevator room. As you can see, went and filled it out a little bit. You can see I made a few changes. I moved some of my machines, and the biggest and most time-consuming change that I did was rearranging my whole sorting system and making this place down here a lot more nicer and neat looking. As you can see, the floor, instead of being 3 high, it's now 5 high. So that means I had to gotten the floor and brought it down to, and then rearrange everything, which would just what took me the most time in doing. So you can see I moved my lava room out over here. So we got our buildcraft power generation. Still only have 3 magmatic engines, but that's going to change here really soon. And then I just noticed that these, even though I don't think it really matters, it kind of bugs me that they're like this, because it's inputting power. I don't know, just a pet peeve. Okay. Now that is sated. Throw that back in there. Torches. Okay. See, we got our lava here, and then our industrial craft. And I moved my MFE over here. And we've got a bat box underneath there, and then another bat box around like over here, so that there's no power loss in these lines. And then right over here is my lava generation, and it goes straight into the tank. It's the same system, and then this is getting powered from this one right here. And I still have all these energy cells everywhere. You can see the energy is being, under the floor now, which is makes it a whole lot nicer. You come over here, and then there's some really a lot of changes. As you can see, most of the stuff is now inside of the floor. There's tubes running underneath here. I might replace them with glass later, as you can see. And I've also gotten 2 sorting machines here to pull out items. As you can see, they're not labeled with anything, but they'll pull out, as much as they can, which will then go through here, and then get colored and then sorted accordingly. As you can see. And it just follows down this line, practically. Orange still goes out over here to get smelted. White is the ore, which will turn it into a dust and then furnaced. And I still got my auto packager right here. And as you can see, this timer here, this one's the master timer. It's actually the thing that pulses everything over here. It pulses this thing to pull out, scrap. It goes and pulses these to pull out 9 stuff in that chest to go and get packaged. It also pulses these over here. I'll get to more about those later. And it also pulses this one way out over here, as you can see. See how it pulses? Let's stop now. That's weird. Another weird thing. But it's supposed to be pulsing. Maybe you just can't see it. So right now it's doing some strange things. But yeah, it's still getting pulsed. And then, instead of I had all those solar panels up there, so I got rid of my thermal piles and I got myself another one of those battery systems, which my arcane bore machine is set up on. And it's supplying power to all the stuff that requires red power. Red power bluetricity. Like these machines, the sorting machines, these retrievers, and these ones over here. And what I'll probably wind up doing is getting some red power bluetricity engines to supply my buildcraft power. Other than that, that's the thing that took me the most time, was rearranging everything and getting everything to be a lot more organized down here. Because originally I had everything in this small little cooped up area over here, and then there was, conduits and glass fiber cables and pneumatic tubes going every which way. Now it's more of a flow. Goes this way, goes that way, and finally goes up to my my storage system right up here. Another thing I'll start off with this episode, I haven't turned on my machine yet, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. There we go. Hopefully I don't get jumped by enemies here. Let's go turn on this machine. Haha. This thing still got lots of hours in it. Let's turn it on. Let's see if our system is... Oh yeah, it's keeping up. That's very good. Oh, whoa. It's keeping up with the cobble, should I say. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my system is keeping up with that, which is good. I'm gonna turn it off so it doesn't lag up the world while it's doing its thing. I'll most likely, run these, in between episodes. And it'll save on the durability of these items. How you doing, Enderman? As you can see, we've already pretty much devastated this cave already. And we haven't even moved it yet. So. Run book. There's an Enderman teleport. So what do I want to do today? Wait. Come on, world. Come on. There you go. Come on, load faster. Oh man, Optifine's loading. Really. Yeah. But our surgeon system is doing just good, and the thing I wanted to get started today, got sidetracked, is I want to start on my elevator right here. What I want to do is I want to have this platform, and you can't tell that it's a frame machine while you're standing on top of it. And then you press a button to go down, and then you go down, and then there'll be another button to go up. And then I might change it later if I need to add a third floor, to where if you're here on the middle floor, you can go up and down, and then that one would go down, and then the final floor would go up, but then I would have to move the control system. So right now, I want the control system to be on the bottommost layer, like right here. Because it'll move the thing up, and then it'll also move it down. So, to get started here, I went and got myself some frame motors, which you'd see in my inventory. Let me go back up. I won't be using this ladder anymore. Thank God. I was getting tired of using that ladder. With some frame motors, I got a timer here. I got some buttons for the up and down, some frames, a battery box, and a lot of jacketed blue wire, because I want to connect this up to my my main line there. And then also need a few more components to get this started. You can see we're going to need 2 timers. Why don't you just use the one? You'll understand in a little bit. And then I made myself 2 NOT gates. As you can see, we got some anodes, and then some wire, and then the cathode right there, and then some stone wafers. And I'm also going to need 2 of these too. And then before I make this final thing, I'm going to need to make a new component called these silicone chips. Take a red doped wafer, some stone wafers, and get yourself 3 of them. But I really only need 2. And those 2 will go right there. We got some pointers, cathodes, anodes, wires, silicone chips, and then the wafers. And we got ourselves a state cell. This thing is really neat, and I'll tell you guys how to use it whenever I start programming the up and down. So first off, let's go and make ourselves... Did I have more frames in there? No, just a 2 frame. Let's go and make ourselves the platform that we're going to be standing on. Now, to do this, I might... yeah, I'm definitely going to need to change this up a little bit. Because right now, let's say it's in the up position. we're gonna have a floor like this. And you can't tell that it's frames. You can't tell it's a frame machine. Because you can see with our covers, it has this like little border on it. And I think that's kind of neat, and you can kind of tell, but at the same time, I kind of want them to be not there. So, I'm gonna need to go downstairs for this. And what I'm actually gonna need to do is get rid of this support right here. I'm actually gonna need to get rid of these as well, so I can lay down the frames. That should be it. Wait. So right here, we should have a 7x5 frame platform. Might need more frames. So, if we put frames... Oh. Come on, don't do this to me. So we put frames like so. Here's where our 7 comes in. Right there. Gotta make sure that this isn't touching anything. Otherwise it'll try to move it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Come on, there you go. Boy, Minecraft, stop doing what you're doing. There we go. One, two, three. Oh, wait. And with this, guys, if we have it like so, this is going to be the platform that's going to move up and down. However, whenever we get up on top of it, we can't tell that there's frames up there. You go check that right now. And yeah, I definitely need more frames. You always need more frames. And then this side right here, what I should do is probably put a wall signifying where the wall is going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This whole thing right here that I'm standing on, besides these right here, this is going to be the thing that's going to be moved up and down. And I also kind of lined it up with this glass right here. It's going to look neat, going up and down. So now, I want to go and cover these sides here. And I'm not going to do this with wool color. I'm actually going to do it with stone covers. I'll make myself 64 of them. There we go. I'm also going to need to cover them all like so that nothing sticks, which is why I cleared out that extra area. So then after that, whenever I was done with it, I can go and put this back. Because it'll be flush with like the wall and stuff. Oh man, I can't wait to have this done. This thing's going to look really, really neat. Weird Minecraft sounds go. Just say creepy Minecraft sounds go. There we go. And one more final one. You might be saying to yourself, okay, so you got this platform that's going to be moving up and down. Well, how are we going to move it up and down? Are we going to use one of those other drives? And we could use a worm drive or whatever it's called. I forgot what it was called. Had a worm in it. An inchworm drive. There you go. I'm not going to be using an inchworm drive. I'm just going to be using a boon. I guess you would call it like that. It's kind of like this little arm that'll make it move up and down. And once I build it, you guys will understand. But first, I'm going to need to make more frames. Now, I had bronze somewhere in here. I have about 20. I don't know if I have the wood for it, though. Throw it on the ground. That didn't get me many frames. Not many frames at all. Well, I'll get some more off camera. But I think this is enough to only go up and down a floor. So, to get this thing to move up and down, I'm going to have my motors down here. And I want this thing to be flush with the ground here. So what I actually need to do is clear out this little section. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Oh, turn ourselves into a little cave here. That's okay. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, so. I'm also going to need to make it too deep. I've been having these really weird game-like updates. With whenever I break a block, whenever I place a block, sometimes I can see through it. Whenever I break through it, sometimes it doesn't disappear until a minute or so later. It get really bad sometimes. Because I need to update my mods, probably. It seems like the stone here on this Icorium is off. It's rotated the wrong way. That's weird. Oh no! I can't pick up anything else because I have my backpacks locked. That's okay. That's where this comes in. Bye-bye, excess, cobble. And Zycorite. Okay. So now with this, we're going to want to have this little boon come off of this thing. We'll have it here in the middle. It'll come down this way. So if you wanted to go down to right here, this one right here is where I'm going to put my up frame motor. Because right now, it's up all the way that it can be. I'm going to need my screwdriver. Screwdriver. See how long it takes the game to update? That's horrible. I'm also going to need to cover all of these so that nothing sticks. And frame motors are intelligent, so it'll move the frames that are like this up and down, but it won't actually get itself attached. So which is nice and neat. Now you can see why I made so many of these covers, right? Might as well cover up this. Or what I could do, instead of it having to be attached like this, I could have it be attached one over so it'd be flush with the wall. I don't really mind it because you're not going to be seeing this anyway. You're just going to be seeing the thing, but I also don't want anything to stick, so definitely going to need more of these cover. Oh, come on. Definitely going to be needing more of these covers. Let's cut some up. Wherever my handsaw, there it is. I don't know, maybe 16 more? I think that's how much I can get. Yep. I think 16 will do her. That was weird. I wouldn't want to... Hey, you. Stay on there, okay? Red power's awesome, but sometimes it's glitchy at times. Oi. Okay. Now I'm also going to want my other frame motor to be the down one. See if I can try to get this. It would be easier if it was like that. Just like I said earlier, it's much more easier to tell whenever you're looking at these pixels. So right now, it's actually facing down, and we don't want that. So instead, we want it to face it up. Now you can see with these little pixels right over here, it should be facing up. If we were to get rid of... No, we can't get rid of it, because then we would have to cover it back up. But trust me, right now it's facing up. No, wait, we don't want it to face up. We want to face it down. What am I doing? Now it's facing down. Yeah, we want it to go down. So how much taller is this? So if we were going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we actually need to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like so. That way it gives us enough room to move this thing down. So if we were to pulse this one down, well, we don't have any power yet. Let's go do that. Let's go put some power into this. The only problem is that our power is way out over there on the other side. How are we going to get power over here? That's why I brought this stuff. I think it would be cheaper with cables. Oh no, it'd be about the same with cables. If you really think about it. So you get 12 from 3, and you get 4 of this from 1. So technically technically it's the same, but I think this cobblestone is cheaper than wool, so. Because with this one you have to insulate it. So if we were to go and put some power, I'm gonna go run power off camera, and I'll be right back after I get power over here. Hello guys, and we are back. So I went and ran some this cobblestone stuff, blue wire, from over here, from over there to over here, and now I think we're ready to test. So if we go and put some buttons here, this one's the up, and right now it can't go up anymore. It's right there at the very top, so it can't go up anymore. So if I right click here with this down, it's not. Whoa, that's weird. It moved down, but then there's some weird glitches. Again with the weird glitches. But as you can see, it's moving down. Okay, now this is seriously weird. I just put a cover right here. The cover. So now I've got 9. I can't go down anymore, but let's see. Okay. As you can see, we're going down. Haha. It'll get to the point where it can't go down anymore. Why does it lag so much? Why is that? Ooh, now here's a problem. I'm actually going to need to set these down one more lower. It seems like, to make this thing flush with the ground. Because if I try to go down again, it won't work. See, this is why we test. Let's make this thing go back up. If you guys can tell me why things are like that, is it because I'm so far out, or is it because I played on this world for like so long? That's gonna really, really bug me. Let's go and move this down one. Why does it take so long to update here? So with it moving down by 1, we're also going to need to add another frame here. So we're going to need to knock rid of that. Put this one here. And we're also nope, can't get out. There we go. Put one right here at the bottom. I was about to put frames there. That would have been bad. As you can see, the boom, the boon, whatever it's called, goes straight into this hole. If I were to add another floor, this thing would be longer. Okay. It's probably not the most efficient way of doing something like this, but it's easier. So let's see. I don't think I'll have enough time to put the circuitry in here. Okay. This one facing up. And this one facing down. Battery box goes right there. It'd be kind of neat having the battery box there on the floor, but it really doesn't matter because we won't be seeing it anyway. Because there's going to be a wall here. As shown like so. Fortunately, it makes it a little bit harder to test. So let's test it again. Button here, a button here. Whoa. Might as well make myself another layer. There we go. So if I were to move this thing down, There we go. See how laggy that is? Why is it doing that? So now, it should now be flush with the ground. And since there's going to be a wall here, you can't tell that those frame motors are there. Ooh, now that's going to be awesome. And then I'm going to add in walls right up there. I might put my, circuitry. I'm going to have circuitry behind these walls. Probably controlling this thing. And some circuitry behind this wall, too. So now, if you want to go up. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell. And there we go. And now it's all the way up. And if we go back up, we can't tell that there's anything here. Except that we'll have a button like up here saying down. Ha ha ha. Oh, this thing is neat already. Since this thing's not a very big frame machine, this thing is hardly using up any power, which is good. Because it actually takes a little while for the power to come from over here to go all the way over there. But we've kind of hit the 30-minute mark, so I'm gonna fortunately have to let you guys go. Join me next time whenever I go and add in the circuitry that I have still in my inventory that I was hoping to get to later in the next episode. Okay, so this is Lunchbox, and I am signing off. Adios and good night. But I can't go to sleep because it's day. So enjoy the scenery.